What's going on YouTube? It's Tyler here, and I'm going to mention 5 important things that every GrubHub driver should have in their car. Now, the first and most important thing you should have as a GrubHub driver is a dash mount, something that allows you to mount your phone to the dash of your vehicle, so that way it's not in your hand and you can keep both hands on the steering wheel, eyes on the road easier, instead of looking down constantly at your phone, playing with it and stuff like that. So there are 2 kinds of phone mounts that you'll probably see if you look them up on Amazon. The first one is a suction cup mount, one that you put a suction cup up on your windshield and the dash mount should stay there. Although I discovered if you live in an area that gets cold and has winters, probably most of you, when the windshield starts to freeze over, I noticed a lot of times that the suction cup will fall off, so you'll get in your car and you'll see it'll go off and you'll just kind of slam it back on there. Sometimes it'll stay, sometimes it won't. That can be a little frustrating. So the second option, which I recommend, is getting one that has a vent clip on it. These ones are usually cheaper anyway, and they just clip right to the vents on your car, so that way you can just leave it on there. You don't have to worry about any suction coming up, and it's kind of easier in my opinion because the suction cup can leave a lot of residue on your windshield while you're trying to mount it, and it just keeps falling off. It can get incredibly frustrating. Now, next thing you should have as a GrubHub driver is not only a car charger, but a 2-amp car charger, possibly a dual port, so that way you can charge both your phone and possibly another device you have. 2-amp chargers charge faster than 1-amp. If you just go to Walmart and buy the first car charger you see, it's probably a 1-amp charger, and it won't charge your phone as fast as a 2-amp charger. And in fact, when you're using your phone with GrubHub and you're constantly using GPS, your phone uses a lot more battery life, to the point that the battery may be draining faster than it's charging. I've had this issue with little Dollar Tree car chargers I purchased. So if you have a car charger, check to see if it's 2 amps, and if it's not, go on Amazon. They're about $5. It'll make a huge difference when charging your phone. Now, the next thing every GrubHub driver should have is a dash cam, and the reason for this is because as GrubHub drivers, we spend a lot more time on the road, drive a lot more miles than the average person commuting to and from work 5 days a week. So as a result, we're more at risk to get in a car accident, and when an accident happens, essentially, it's your word against the other person's word. And if you're not in a city where there could be security cameras around, it is quite possible that the insurance company can deny your claim even if it isn't your fault. So having a dash cam allows you to save yourself in the instance where a driver's not paying attention and cuts you off and they say, oh, you're on your phone. You could use a dash cam to prove that. And this model I have, it's called the Pruvio, I think it's pronounced. It was $50 on Amazon. It has 2 cameras. I really like that about this model. So essentially I have one that's facing the road, what I see, and then the other one faces towards me to show in case someone rear-ends me, in case an accident does happen, the insurance company tries to say, oh, you were a distracted driver, you were on your phone. Having the front camera allows me to show them, no, I wasn't on my phone when this driver cut me off, so it could possibly save you thousands in claim costs. Now, the next thing every GrubHub driver should have, and I mentioned this in my previous video, is a snack, something you can snack on when you're starving, when you're pretty hungry and you're doing your shift. That way it will prevent you from becoming irritable and hangry. I like granola bars, chewy bars, apples work very well. Basically, whatever your favorite thing to snack on, just keep a few of them stocked in your car, so when there are days when you don't have time to eat lunch or eat dinner, you can just grab a granola bar or an apple when you're in your car, and it'll make the shift a lot more easier. Now, the final thing every GrubHub driver should have is a pair of jumper cables, or even better, a jump starter. This is better than jumper cables because when you have jumper cables, you have to rely on someone else to help save you when your battery dies. A jump starter has a battery built into it, so that way you can just hook it right into your battery if your battery's dead, and it should charge in a matter of moments. And a lot of times these have cool features on them. This has a little 12-volt USB, so I can power my devices if I don't feel like draining my car battery. It also has an air compressor, so I can check my tire pressure. This model was only, I think, 40 or 45 bucks online. So I'll leave a link in the description of this model as well if you feel like purchasing it. But any jump starter, or at least jumper cables, good to have in your car. So yeah, these 5 items are great for you to have as a GrubHub driver. The dash mount keeps you from being distracted. The 2-amp car charger keeps your cell phone battery charged pretty well. The jump starter ensures that you don't end up with a dead battery. The snacks will keep you charged, and then the dash camera will help you in the event of an accident to prove if it wasn't your fault. Subscribe to my channel for weekly GrubHub updates, and thanks for watching.